Okay guys, this is the third vlog of my YouTube channel, after the restyling at least. Today I have a couple of topics that I would love to talk about, and is something that I do care about that. The first one is, loving someone that it was a topic of one of my shorts last week. But yeah, I wanted just to go deeper on that. And the second thing is to be grateful about things that we have and people that we know. So as you can see, they are quite related topic, and I think it's really important to talk about this. First of all, loving someone is not an easy task. Loving someone means that you take care of someone, that you really care about someone, even in the most difficult times, or even when you think that maybe someone has been rude with you, but you love that person, so, and probably you know very well, so you know that someone is not right in that moment. Same thing is when a friend or when a parent behave in a different way that you never seen before. Is a difficult thing to deal with. I agree, and I think the best way to approach this time is actually to come back to yourself, because I think when you love someone, you want to give not only support but space as well. I don't know if it happens to you sometimes, but happened to me that when I had problems, the last thing I wanted was to have people around me. I wanted just to be alone. I wanted just to understand what was going on in my life. And yeah, unfortunately, this is the reality. Sometimes when you love someone, you need to give them space. You give them all the support they need. But what I suggest to do, and I think it's quite obvious, but maybe for the new generations is not really, is just telling them, if you need my help, I'll be there, but I give you your space for now. So contact me when you feel like having a conversation, or you think that maybe I can enter in this problem and give you support. But loving means other things. Loving means, relations between couples, and means also loving friends, loving parents. Love has a lot of phases, but I think that there are certain characteristics that are in common. It means that actually you let enter people in your life. Now, about this little thing, when you let enter people in your life, apart parents that you can of course choose them, but I'm talking about partners and friends. When you let them entering in your life, but yeah, we can apply actually with parents as well, because you can keep them outside your life. No one can force you to share with them what are your feelings, right? So it is your choice. So whenever you decide to let people entering in your life, be careful. Be careful, because if is a toxic person that doesn't allow you to reach your desires, to reach your dreams, maybe it's not the right thing to do. Let them enter in your private life. And I always been careful in my life doing this, because I had around a lot of toxic people, starting from school, where I've been bullied for a lot of reasons, and I remember that I suffered a lot, and I thought, well, probably I don't worth enough, and these are not people that you really want inside your life, and it's not easy to love these people, but you can forgive them. And forgiveness is something that you can do. It's not easy, but you can do. You can manage it. You just need to understand that they probably weren't be able to understand your feelings and what was going on inside your head, so how much trouble they created you. But yeah, coming back to the question of introducing people in your life to love, well, be careful because of that. Be careful because if you need to love someone, if you want to love someone, you want someone that encourages you, even though even in the moment where you see that everything is completely black. Okay. The second thing I would love to talk about is forgiveness. Forgiveness is connected to love, absolutely, especially because when loved ones make some mistake, it's not really easy to accept sometimes. But forgiveness gives you the balance, the right balance to live your life in a proper way, and gives you the chance to actually, make the step forward, the steps that you really need in that moment to grow. It is not an easy task, because even myself, I have so many people to forgive for what they did, and probably a lot of people have to forgive me for what I did to them, even though I'm not conscious. And this is something that you have to remember yourself, because forgiving the others is a good exercise, because the others have to forgive you for something else. All of us, all human beings make mistakes, and this is completely normal, but we are very easy to judge the others, and judging the others is something that comes out from not knowing how to forgive the others. So try during the days to help yourself to forgive the others, to understand the others. If something goes wrong because of someone, think that maybe that someone has something going on in his life or her life, and it's not easy for him or her dealing with all the life that usually deal with. Okay, so this is a little bit of a tip. But I don't want to make all the vlog about only those two things. I believe that I can update you with something more cheerful. That actually, yeah, I'm planning to schedule several vlogs, vlogs, along the next few weeks, and yeah, I will introduce a little bit of little rearrangements. We will talk about music, we will talk about photography in terms of not really history of photography, but I want to show you some of my preferred photography that have been realized, been taken. And so it means a little bit of history of who took those pictures. At the same time, I want to share with you something about music, because it's one of my big passions, especially collecting vinyls. Yeah, I never speak about that because I think that is quite boring to people, but apparently it's something that is going on since, I don't know, 2015 on YouTube, talking about vinyl community and people like that. So I think that could be something interesting for you as well, at least to see how they look, at least on camera. And another thing I would love to do, but I don't know when will be possible, is to travel and to go around London to make some photo shooting. I'm telling you that I don't know when will be possible, just because the situation here with, let's say, COVID-wise is a little bit strange, because we got this kind of a variant, but at the same time the restriction that were applied time ago seems like to be lifted, so it's a little bit of a challenge understanding exactly what's going on. From my side, I can tell you that I'm trying to organize as much as possible in open air places, so I want to have problem really, but I need people around if I want to do street photography. Or in case of naturalistic photography, I can go around for gardens or whatsoever, but it's not really my kind of I prefer more having animals and things like that. But again, as I told you 1 or 2 vlogs ago, I don't remember now, the only place I can find animals here, apart squirrels in the park, is the zoo. And is not, I don't really appreciate zoo in general, but it's the only place where I can find certain types of animals. And yeah, I don't have too much to tell you this time, like the last time. Sorry if I made a very long vlog, but I think it was a little bit appreciated. At least I started to see some kind of appreciation with a thumbs up, and yeah, it's always a good thing. Another topic that I will introduce, but not immediately, is you know, my life as a foreigner in London. As probably you already understood, or if you don't know, by the way, I tell you immediately. I'm an Italian man that moved in London now 6 years ago, almost 7. And yeah, so I never actually recorded anything about my experience, what actually meant to me moving in this country, what represented to me having the chance to start from scratches, and I will update about all these things and how they are going in the future. One thing that I can anticipate is that this specific moment, because of the COVID and because of the Brexit, is not really easy. It's not really easy to live in this country. Apart from the fact that it's more trickier to find a job, a certain kind of job, of course. Maybe other sectors are super easy to find. But in my sector, that is artistic and photography wise, you got some kind of contract, but they are super ridiculous in terms of salary. I already worked for an institution where I received very low pay for a lot of job, for a lot of work, a huge amount of work, and it didn't worth it, to be honest, because if you want to work for someone, you want to learn more, you want to learn things, and if they don't provide you this, then it's a waste of time. Don't waste your time with people or with institutions that they don't give you the chance to grow, the chance to have actually better payment, better salary, and also to provide you a step in your career. I unfortunately seen this, but again, I'm not complaining, because if this is the way that works in here, I'm super fine with that. It's not my country, not yet. But in Italy it works pretty much the same, even though in Italy it's more easier to swap from one job to another. In here is a little bit difficult, but even though they say that you can change your career in 5 minutes, it's not really true. you need to learn a lot of things to do so, and it's not always a good cup of tea for everyone, you know. So yeah, now I want to cut down this vlog, and I want to thank all the people that are subscribed to my channel. I invite you to subscribe, like and comment, because it's really important for me and for the algorithm. Otherwise, you know, growing on this platform will be always more trickier than the others. So if you can help me, it will be more than welcome, more than appreciated. Now, I wish you all the best for the next week. Don't give up on your dreams. Try to keep going. Remember always to love. Remember always to forgive yourself and the others, and you will have a fantastic life. Now, I'll see you soon. Peace.